in the side bar of Streamlight. Let's implement the logic over here. If the choice is origin with Neo4J, so we'll give some title of that particular option in the header section. So RAG with Neo4J, and then we'll write a little more information over here. This is RAG approach with Neo4J knowledge graph. User will upload document and click on load graph. I will introduce one load graph button, and this will show the graph in the Streamlit itself. So this will take the graph from Neo4j, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to implement retrieve mechanism using hybrid search, which is a advanced RAG concept that we are going to show you. I will write Python code, but right now I will first I will first create a graph from the requirement document. That's why I will upload the document. So that's the same thing. And then, so I'll call that Neo4j. I'll define another method, org underscore Neo4j, which will take two arguments, the document and the location where these documents are going to save. Okay. I will create one more class, because in a single class, if I just create a long Python code, it does not look good. So let's create a Python class also, which will have everything related to Neo4j graph side. So this is the core of lang graph using Neo4j. So there are multiple imports required. So first we'll import Waze, and then we'll import LangChain core, runnable, and we are going to import runnable branch, runnable lambda. If we don't need something, we are going to delete it, runnable parallel and runnable pass-through. Let's import a few more files. Let's use token text splitter. Recursive character splitter and token text splitter is a little different. Token text splitter is split with the tokens, not with the specific characters type. So this is a advanced splitting concept from LangChain, which is very good. You can use it. You can try for your RAG. And then we are going to import some graph-related libraries. So you start importing. If you have any error regarding that module not found, you can definitely install those PIP packages. So what we are going to do, we are going to use Grok API, not the OpenAI or any other chat LLM. So we are going to use Grok LLM over here. So Grok LLM is nothing but a new, like OpenAI, Elon Musk has started this particular company, Grok, which is very cool. So you can start using Grok also. So I'm using Grok over here. So this is also, you will understand how to use Grok and what are the APIs, how to use API. So for that one, you need to definitely create API key in the Grok, okay? So let's, Neo4j URI, username and passwords. These are my database username, database password that I created, right? You saw that I created one database. So that you can provide over here by default Neo4j, and the password, whatever the password you have given, you can definitely put it over here. So let's create a graph. So what I'm going to do, the document that I have received from the other function, right? From the other function, that particular document, I'm going to create the temporary files over here. And then using the directory loader, I will look into all the temporary files in the that particular temporary directory. And then I'll split the document with chunk size with 500, and then split it. And let's start that. The important thing, convert this particular document with the Lang LLM graph transformer. Okay, this is the knowledge graph concept. Okay, so these are the two important methods. So LLM graph transformer, which will invoke the LLM, and then we are converting to graph documents the same text that is splitted, right? LLM transformer.convert to graph. Let's store this particular information to the Neo4j. So add graph documents that we converted to graph, and then these are the few parameters that those are required. And then once you create that particular graph, so this will automatically, this particular few lines of code, what it will do, it will take the document from here. So I'm going to import this particular class. Let's import the class and call the create graph. Couple of parameters I'll pass over here. And then next, obviously, let's show the graph, okay, in our Streamlit chatbot only. Let's define the show graph So graph would need a few things. Okay, first, obviously the title I will display that this is a graph visualization mode area, and I want to show this particular graph with a button click, with a load button click, and these are the URI and the user and the password input box that I'm going to give it to Streamlit UI, so that user can enter passwords and the credentials in the UI itself if they change it. So, and then I'm going to introduce a load graph button, as I said. So once that button clicked, then only we are going to get the graph data. And graph data would require the user ID, URI, and the passwords. And then we are going to create a network, create network graph, the network X graph using the data. Will definitely will actually use this particular for the Streamlit to visualize this particular graph. So let's define the get graph data. So get graph data would need graph and then URI with authorization, user, comma, password. This is the format to create a graph object of the graph of Neo4J. Okay, let's import few missing thing that is required for our knowledge graph. So first, the graph is required. So I have imported that one. And these are the query, like you can limit it to 100, you can limit it to n. This is the cipher query to get the graph data, because you need the data, right, to show it. And then let's create network X graph. And network X is a concept which requires to display the graph. So yeah, I will import network X as an X, and then I need that network also, and then Streamlit component for to display the particular graph. So once you get the record, you need to run through a loop and then provide and create nodes for those particular labels. You can put any names, that is fine. And then let's visualize the graph. And it requires network notebook true, net dot from nx g. G is our that graph, right? And then net so. It actually generates the graph.html file through this particular method, and we are going to display that HTML file. Let's display that HTML file in our main area. So this is our graph.html file in the read mode. Let's open it and encode using UTF-8. Source code is equal to HTML file.read. Components HTML is the source code. So this way, any HTML file you want to integrate in the Streamlit with this code, you can definitely integrate, and this particular HTML file will display. So I think this is almost done from this particular perspective. Obviously, this try would require one exception. Obviously, to catch that exception, we'll catch the exception. Display as an error message. Okay. Anything else I'm missing? This is create. This is the message area. Okay, you can see this has come. So now this is the title area, and this is the information. This is file upload area. I have uploaded my e-commerce thing, and these are the UI side. Click on the load graph, and we will definitely see the graph. See, you can see the graph, and in the Neo4J also, the create graph created this graph. Next, we'll see hybrid search using the same graph, Neo4J graph. Let's move to the next model.